you live?
Yes.
Yeah. Somebody left their motorcycle headlight on, and they came into your house, and so I saw the headlight on when I walked by, and I was like, oh shit, somebody's bike is going to be dead when they come back out to their vehicle, and so I went and knocked on your door.
Look at this.
That's how we met.
This is a
I
real
didn't realize
story.
I recognized. Okay.
Missed connections.
I hope I just didn't swear, by the way. And if I
It's
did, I
okay
hope
if
that's
you did.
okay.
It's okay if you
Okay,
did.
good.
Just as everyone can feel free to swear, but we have stopped airing shows on WERA that have swears.
Oh, you did?
We decided to stop doing that.
Gosh darn it.
I know.
I think I said the S word, right? I think that's okay, right?
No, you can't say shit.
Sugar.
Can't say shit. Okay.
Sugar.
You can't say shit. You can't say fuck. You can
No, I knew
say
you couldn't
God
say
damn
that.
it, which is crazy.
And now?
You can say
You can
goddamn, but
say
you
Back
can't
then
say
you
shit.
couldn't say that.
What about fuck nuggets?
You cannot say fuck nuggets.
What if your last
Shit
name
balls.
is shit?
If you cannot say ass unless you are not referring to a body part.
What about asshole?
No, you
No,
definitely
can't say that.
But you can call someone an asshole,
Yes.
but you can't refer to your asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
No.
if it's
No,
what if it's
then
a
it's
bidet?
the-
What if it's a bidet commercial?
If it is,
That would be the rectum.
so it's a hard no on that.
Rectum. I hardly even knew him.
Can we refer to space docking?
Now, is it true
Can I
that
can I just repeat
Probably.
one more time? This is StageCraft, and my name is Alex, and I'm joined by my buddy Don, and we are recording at Inner Ear Studio. And if everyone could just go around and introduce themselves,
Cuddy,
just for
if you could hear
posterity,
me.
Let's start with you, Fred.
I think
Hey,
Will's
everybody.
microphone is on the guitar, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So
Hey.
the microphone is on the guitar.
This is the Sound Check Live.
Sound
Hey
check
everybody, Fred Hoff here. Good to be here back at Inner Ear Studio with you guys recording
Never heard of it.
StageCraft Live. Be sure to check out mostsavagegentlemen.com. We do have some dates coming up. Things are opening up. Thank
Could
you.
you? Why don't you tell the dates? But do you also say the year because these episodes will last forever.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Hey, July 9th, we're going to be at Crossroads. That's 2021. All right.
July
Is that
9th,
Crossroads
2021.
Cycle?
That's Crossroads out there in beautiful Chantilly, Virginia.
Not the methadone clinic.
Different. July 11th, I want to say that we're at Renegade.
Oh, cool.
And then July 17th at beautiful Spanky's Shenanigans in Leesburg, Virginia. Thank you.
Isn't that the greatest name for a bar you've ever
Yes.
heard? Spanky's Shenanigans.
Yeah.
Amanda, would you lean forward and check in, please?
My name is Amanda Dove. I'm also happy to be here like every week. And I'm in a band called Dad Legs. And we actually do have another show coming up.
Where are you going to be?
We're going to be at the Ugly Mug
I will.
on August 19th. It's a Thursday. A Thursday
2021?
Thursday. 2021. So, you know.
What do you got, Will?
I'm Willie Billy Nelson Morales
American
here,
Treasure.
holding it down on the low end. So I play with various groups. I'll be with Don Z and Tara at New District Brewery October 1st.
October 1st.
October 1st, and they'll be playing with the Rajas to close out, Rajas of Rhythm. And then I'll also be there October 8th with a group, Verdant Fields, something new in the works. Yeah.
And Fred will be with us.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm
yes,
gonna be
Mr.
there.
Hoffmeister.
I'm going to be there doing my thing, getting down, moving it, doing it.
And Don, would you register and check in, please? Where's your microphone, sir?
I'm holding it. He wants me to say something. So this Saturday, July 3rd,
Yes.
we are having a show at Acme Pie Company.
Nice.
What?
5 different bands out in the parking lot behind the bakery.
That is awesome.
All local, not even just Arlington, but South Arlington specifically, bands. The first one is a blues guy named Rick Franklin, and then there's a local bluegrass band after that called Bella and Waylon, and they are named after
Bella Fleck?
Rebecca. No,
And Waylon
even
Jennings?
Funnier than that. No, they're 2 dogs. They have 2 big.
The band
dogs.
is dog? Or
No,
the
they're
two
named
dogs?
after their dogs, Bella and Waylon.
So you're saying they're going to be
But
dogs,
the dogs
playing
could be
banjo?
named after Bella Fleck, and that would make sense.
I don't think a dog could play a banjo. That seems far-fetched to
That
me.
would be far-fetched.
I bet there's a video online.
Of a dog
Yep.
playing a banjo?
Yeah.
That's a challenge.
Has to
Yeah.
exist.
And then there's my band after that, Grumbler. And then
Could you say it louder, please?
Yeah.
Grumbler.
Grumbler.
I was grumbling.
Big rumble.
Grumbler.
Grumbler.
And then after that is ex-motorcycle couriers, who I think you recorded, and then Jumpin' Jupiter is sort of the headliner slash main.
The Jumpin' Jupiter.
What a great show! What
Here
a
comes
lineup.
the saxophone.
I don't think they have a saxophone.
They do. I'm pretty sure they do.
No,
No?
Fight.
I'm thinking of something else entirely.
but they could. Maybe they do. Maybe
So-
they do. They might have one occasionally. I haven't seen him with
Like
that.
the Catholic Church, no sax.
He's the fucking king. So we decided that we were going to start off with a musical performance. Amanda, you said you were going to start off.
Yes.
Would you introduce this
would be
song
honored.
and play it for us?
Yes. So this song is called Violet Night, and I wrote it last year. It's about that time of night where the sky is violet and you're feeling very peaceful. You're lying in the grass and there's like dew around you, and you're just like communing with the moon and the stars.
So you're lying on the grass, and it's the dew. You're lying in the wet grass.
Oh, but it's like a pleasant feeling because it's summertime, you know?
Okay. Yeah, that's
It's
true.
like refreshing.
Okay.
All right.
And it's going to warm up.
Violet night, keep me warm. There is no place I belong when I'm with you. In your arms, you speak to me. So let me hear your song. I will sing along if you let me. Violet night, please don't go. Whisper secrets never told, and let me drink you in. I can't bear to leave. You're within my reach, but we'll meet again when the sun sleeps.
Wow. Beautiful. That
Thank
is
you.
great.
Thank
Really
you.
nice.
And thank you to Will for lending me his beautiful guitar for this and for accompanying me, and Fred too.
It's my
It's a
pleasure.
beautiful song.
Really.
Absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah,
song.
what a beautiful song.
We are privileged.
So I hate to pivot us from a beautiful area into a slightly disgusting area, dark area.
okay.
But Fred, I know that you and MJ were having some conversations about mouth sounds, and so I want to talk specifically about mouth sounds on our program.
Yes, sir.
I want to air some grievances.
I noticed
Yeah.
that there's some cupcakes here. Should I?
We should
Yes.
please get into the quiche and the cupcakes because, but don't eat them on mic. So
And the
does
quiche
anyone
is from?
raise your hand if
Acme
you
Pie
think
Company.
mouth sounds turn listeners off.
And where now? What?
Mouth sounds are horrible on a radio show.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
They make it interesting.
Don, why are you backing me up here, buddy? You gotta.
Okay, all right. But
Don
they
is
make it
devil's
interesting.
advocate.
So we were talking about mouth sounds. There was a particular episode. If any StageCraftians, any of our StageCraft longtime listeners want to go back, I think it's like 5 or 6 episodes that Fred goes to town on some dumplings that he brought for us to enjoy.
I remember that. Yes.
Those
Very well.
dumplings were delicious.
They
before my
were
time.
absolutely.
They were delicious, but those mouth sounds were excruciating.
Well, wait a minute. The mouse sounds told you that they were delicious.
Is that really what happened?
I recall, if I recall correctly, I realized as I was masticating
Masticating.
Get that right.
on the air with the dumpling, I detected the presence of pork because we had vegetarian dumplings and we had pork dumplings. And I recall saying something to the effect of, "Oh, these are delicious. Yeah, there's definitely some pork in here."
Hello.
As one senator would say.
That's right, Don.
And as we have discussed, I hope we can all agree. Let's take a
Wait a minute.
vote. No more mouth sounds on the show.
Oh no! I can't.
kinda-
go on. I
wait, what are you
cannot go.
doing?
on.
What? Don, do you have the noisemaker that you had last
No,
week?
you know, I took it home because I want to use it by my phone at home.
bitch! That thing was the key to a good show last week.
You know what the key to a good show? Hold on, I'm going to pass this to Saul, who will tell you where Acme Pie Company is.
All right. So
Wow.
this is a good time.
So 2803 Columbia Pike.
Hold solid.
We've been there for 3
2803
years.
Columbia Pike.
Yes, and there's lots of masticating going on.
That's right.
So I would also
Out
like
in
to shout
public?
out the following companies that gave us items on the show in exchange for money that I gave them. New District Brewing Company. Will, thank you for providing the beer.
Thank you, Will.
It was provided from New District in exchange for money.
They did give us the house growler, though. That saves me a
On
few
the
pounds.
house?
No, I have to return it after this.
It's an interest-free loan of a house growler.
And Bake Shop.
Oh, Dolly's here.
And the Bake Shop provided these cupcakes in exchange for some money. So I thought what would be fun this week is I have this thing called the Book of Questions.
The Book of Questions.
The Book of Questions.
Now, what's in that book?
So what I enjoyed last week, if
No
you listen to the
answers.
show, 15 minutes
Dolly.
at the beginning were us talking about ourselves in a personal way. And what I thought would be fun is if we could ask some questions of the personal nature
Yes.
and then have to answer them. Who would like to go first without knowing the question?
I think Amanda wants to go first.
I'll do it.
I'm
All right, you ready?
volunteering Amanda.
Amanda, would you rather play a game with someone less or more skilled than you? Would your answer be different if others were watching?
Oh, yeah. I am really competitive. I'm a psycho. So if I were alone, I would like to play with someone better than I am because, one, it challenges me, and if I beat them, that means I know I'm good. I really beat them. But if everyone's watching, yeah, I'd rather, murder someone in whatever game that I'm playing.
When was the last time that you remember getting overly competitive to the point where you thought you might have gone too far?
Oh, God. That's hard to say.
We'll come back to that.
Or I'll think about it.
Will, may I ask you a personal question?
Please.
All right. If your child were to be boring, stupid, or ugly, which would you prefer?
Oh, snap. And then if I
what?
potentially...
That's horrible.
It's a great question. This is a good one.
Ugly. I think, damn, first off, damn. In the hypothetical situation, should the Lord grace me with a child, I would prefer that they would be ugly for the fact that they would go through life knowing what it really means to have friends, true friends, because like you know, it's
Good
a
answer.
superficial world out there,
It
and
is.
really the ones that have your back, those are the ones you want to give a kidney to. And so that kid would figure that out pretty quickly.
Wow.
You did well with that question, sir. Can we applaud Will for doing well with that
Good
Yeah.
job, Will. Good job.
Dolly, since you have arrived,
I don't know.
Saul, we'll come back to you. Let me hold on. You got to get a microphone. Saul, please.
So, I would say this. I would go totally the opposite direction on that. I would say that being good-looking goes so much further than the people like myself who are not.
Oh, come on.
What?
No, it's
You're a
fine.
handsome devil.
You know, thanks.
That is,
You're doing all right, Saul.
False narrative.
Thanks.
yeah.
But I'm like 5'2", and I'm okay. Whatever. I don't think I am.
Small is not
So-
benefiting the collective.
Look, but you
What
got
I'm
so
saying
you got a lot of
is
cool
that
things happening.
Really good-looking
Monkey
tall people go a lot further. They could be dumb as a stump, and they will go way further in life.
Why did you look at Fred when you
What?
said that?
Look,
No, I
wait.
They immediately made.
He looked right at Fred.
There's a wink, wink, a no wink, wink.
It's getting
Fred, what's it like to be
personal.
tall and good-looking?
This quiche is great.
I wouldn't know.
Thank you.
All right, Dolly.
Tall and good-looking goes really far.
Can we get Dolly a microphone real quick? Dolly, your personal question.
Go on.
Do you find it so hard to say no that you often end up doing favors you don't want to do? And if so, why?
I feel like that was not a good question to offer me. Well, what do you guys think is the answer to that
Wait,
question?
can you repeat this question?
I wish I could, but I already turned off that page.
The question
do you
was,
find
do I
it
find it so hard to say no that I often find myself in situations
that you're doing
prefer-
favors that you don't want to do?
I'm super adept at saying no. It's
Yeah.
like one of the things that I'm most good at.
Oh,
Yeah.
good job.
While we're talking about the monkey's paw of these scruples questions, like what happens is I don't get asked to do a lot of favors. I'm very often finding myself in a situation of like, hey, you guys just had a baby, like let me know if I can come mow the lawn, or like I'll make a casserole, you know, I don't want to bug you, but let me know if you need anything. And those calls fall on deaf
Someone else.
ears, or at the very least don't merit a return text.
Don, I have a personal question for you.
Okay.
Are you
but
ready?
let me just say, this quiche from
Acme Pie Company.
which is
The Acme Pie Company.
We're gonna write a
2803
lingo
Columbia
for them.
Pike.
Slogan.
2803 Columbia Pike, South Arlington. It's wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
This is a perfect.
Acme Pie.
The Acme Pizza.
Shut your pie hole with
Wait,
our
I have another.
It's a
Hold on.
it's sort
Wait,
of a
hold on.
prototype,
Let's-
but it's
Everyone's talking at
Wait,
once.
I have
Amanda,
I have another thing I'd like to say
please do.
besides the mouth sounds. Okay, I think we need to be more cognizant of when people are talking, because we can't hear like we don't have headphones.
We do not.
So when I listen back to the show and there's like multiple conversations happening, it's super hard.
It is very confusing. We did a good job on the last show, though.
We did.
I swear to God, we did.
We did. We've been doing a good job.
This is a great question for Don. Don, what, if anything, is too serious to be joked about? What, if anything, is too serious to be joked about?
Toilet jokes.
See,
Wait, you said that was the backbone of comedy.
It is. It is. It's seriously funny. Sorry, I brought the conversation to an end.
No, not at all. I think you've opened some doors here.
Really?
Oh no, we're gonna
Open
go
some
back
ports.
into this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember a couple of weeks ago, I was telling a story
I
about
remember.
Perry Stauffer from the band Guano in the Bay Area.
Yes, the S.
He made the
Yes,
letter S.
yeah, it
I reached
stays
out
with
to
me.
him. I sent him the video, and he asked me if I remembered that our friend Preston West, for weeks after, kept trying to make the letter P. I'll leave it at that.
I'm gonna put this pie down.
All right, so who would
Wow.
like to answer the next question?
Saul.
Saul, are you ready?
Hold on now. Okay, sure.
All right. When you are with your friends, do your interactions include much hugging, kissing, roughhousing, rubbing backs, and such? Would you like to have less or more of such touching?
There's not a lot of that. No,
How come?
I don't know. It's not a.
I can
I
say
think
you
it depends on the group of friends.
I can say the
You know.
sum total of times that I've rubbed a friend's back is probably easily counted on one hand. I don't know about.
Yeah,
let's go
not
around the
many,
room.
not many.
Fred, how many back rubs have you
A
given
lot
out?
of back rubs, man. All the time, back rubbing.
Does it involve Molly?
Less often than...
Who's
Face
that?
eating?
But can someone inform Don about Molly, please?
It's the thing.
It's
you
the
take
purest
the thing
form
and then
of
you wanna-
MDMA.
You just want to, whatever.
It's ecstasy is what we're talking about. Amanda, many back rubs doled out?
Many. When I was a kid, we used to like do massage chains. Like my girlfriends and I would like.
Molly parties?
No, look, we were children. All right, we were innocent. We were braiding each other's hair, giving each other back rubs. It was
Watching
very
Spice World?
lovely. No, no.
Is this something like preschool Twister?
What the
What?
hell?
That's the new band name. Preschool Twister.
I like that. Nice name.
going that way. Preschool Twister.
Wait, what is that? What do you mean by that?
Will, how many back
Take
rubs?
it at its own.
Like Amanda, I was sometimes friends in elementary, I guess late elementary, middle school. Yeah, you'd
This
form
is
these
excellent,
things like
too.
between classes or before class starts. You support them, and yeah, like someone's half asleep. Yeah, give them a back rub or something. As a preteen boy, I was like, hell yeah, let's just stay cool. But
Very sweet.
But no, I think body autonomy is important and all that. I try to keep my distance, and it's a new world we navigate, and I'm trying to be cool. So no.
I think there's some generational aspects to this. Like my grandfather. I remember as a kid trying to give him a hug, and he was like, "Yeah, we never got into that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, we never learned to hug.
Right.
Quit it." Okay.
Also cultural.
So and I think it's cultural and
Yeah.
and generational. And I think my father, not a big hugger. My mother, yes. And then I think my generation just sort of skipped it, sort of.
Would you consider yourself a hugger?
With some people, I guess, but not many.
What determines your comfortable requirement for hugging?
I don't know.
Like if we asked you to hug everyone in this
cousin or
room right
closer,
now, would
maybe?
you first cousin or close? Fred, do you have something to say?
Yeah, I've got a question for you, Alex.
Hit me.
Right? I don't know.
Do
I'm just not
you-
really like a.
Do you believe in God? And if not, do you think that you might nonetheless pray if you were in a life-threatening situation?
Oh man, if you were to describe the times that I do pray, it's usually when I need something.
Right.
Like I lost my keys. Oh dear Lord, if I find this keys, I'm gonna be better. Like that's me.
I mean, that's literally most of the times when I pray. No, I mean, when I'm in a bind or need, some extra juice, I definitely reach out to God, Jah, the universe, Allah, something along those lines. Yeah, for sure. As to whether or not I believe in the benevolent bearded gentleman who sits at the top of the sky,
Right.
I don't think that necessarily exists. But if you ask me if we're all connected,
Yeah.
absolutely we are. Yeah, for 100%.
Beautiful answer, Alex.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Universality of it.
But I'm not giving anyone back rubs, if that's what you're asking.
Fred,
But
on, man,
you said
we're
we are
all-
all
Do you
connected.
believe
So we
in
are
Alex?
back rubbing each other.
and do you seek his counsel in emergencies?
I do believe in Alex. I seek his counsel usually somewhere between 12:30 and...
Could his reticence in believing about the great grandfather in the sky be because he actually is walking
Wow.
among us?
Could be. I mean, look at him.
That's a lot of pressure.
That's some
Isn't that
Jesus
exactly
vibes.
what a superior being would say?
Yeah. Do you have a background in carpentry or...
Well, so I started out
Do you sleep with some prostitutes?
sleep with
Carpentry.
sleep with this.
Grab them nails.
Hookers and nails. Hookers and nails.
Oh my God, that's a heavy question. That's a heavy question.
Laying
What,
down.
so does everyone? I mean, how does everyone feel about their relationship with God? How do you feel about your relationship with God, Fred?
I'll tell you what, man.
Tell you what.
I will tell you what. I think that life is a gift. I think that every day that you are able to wake up...
You sound like Bishop Sheen.
Wait, that was really beautiful. Don just like.
That's why he took a poop on it. Don sensed that something poignant was coming out, and he was like,
I mean,
"Fuck
Fred,
that."
say
No, I was
hypothetically,
going for Chris.
hypothetically,
Yes, sir.
let's say you are on death row.
Yeah.
And your date was coming up for lethal injection.
Yeah,
Would
yeah.
you talk to God?
Fuck yeah, man! You gotta play the odds.
Yeah, for real.
Would you curse him or would you plead with him?
Oh no.
Apparently, the pleading doesn't work.
Are you talking about like a
I'm
James
just, in
Cagney
general,
type situation?
obviously, through the millennia of human beings, pleading has never fucking worked.
You mean
I'm
in
all
terms?
onto
How
the
do you
cursing.
know? Have you died? Have you
I'm all onto the. Really?
like? How do you
No,
know?
I mean, you can
like,
talk
how do you
about,
know,
like,
if
the-
you don't go.
Look at the horrible things that have happened.
Look at the 13th century. Look at the 14th century in Europe.
Yeah,
You know.
but whether it was the French the Inquisition, the
Or the-
Spanish
Oh,
Inquisition,
yeah, sure.
whether
Black
it
Death.
was,
I did
not expect that.
Whether it was the Holocaust, whether it was I don't know, shit going on in Rwanda.
Right.
Well, the thing
I mean,
is, it's
do you
like-
think those people were sitting there going,
man,
"Oh,
it was
please,
meant
please,
to happen.
please, please"?
It was
And you know
meant
what?
to
It
happen.
didn't help. It
God
didn't
is
help.
testing you.
Oh, Amanda seems like she might have some feelings about God.
I'm sorry. If
God.
we're gonna be real, we might as well be real.
I'm just kidding. I'm
Amanda,
just kidding.
Amanda, can you tell us
Real.
about?
I just don't
kidding.
think that. I
Amanda,
don't
please
think
tell
that
us
prayer
about
has
your
ever helped
relationship with
anybody.
God.
I agree with you.
Okay.
I totally agree with you. I'm just giving you a hot
if
time.
he exists, if it exists as a higher power, he either doesn't care
He's got a sick sense of humor.
or he's got a.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
I heard
I
that
think
somewhere. That
I
was
think
a song, I believe.
one of the things that I've
But,
learned through life is that no one in this life is free from judgment, and that includes God. And I think if you're going to personify God as a benevolent creator
certainly
or
not
an
benevolent.
omnipotent and an omniscient being that can dole out justice, you're looking in all the wrong areas, because if you look in nature, nature has no justice.
There's no justice.
There's all sorts of horrible things that happen. It's epitomized in even just the simple metaphor of like what is normal to the spider is complete chaos and terror to the fly. So if you're looking for God to be this like benevolent hand to dole out mercy and justice and freedom to those who deserve it, that's a lot of responsibility, and is almost impossible because no creatures can exist within that that framework.
But you're
now,
presupposing the deservingness of the subject in that sentence, right? Like
Yes.
the idea that there is some overarching innocence that all of us earns God's benevolence through is a flawed framework by which to view the world, right? Like, if in fact we are all born pure, a dicey proposition at best.
not likely.
Like,
They don't even tell you that in
best
church.
case scenario, it's probably closer to like a 50-50 split. So then what Saul's talking about of like a probabilistic versus a situational framework of evaluation, where like in the known number of cases where people have solicited God's help in a trying situation, how many of those actually receive deliverance?
Okay, I understand what you're saying. So, like the idea of praying to God or a God for a result, and then you get that result, there's no way you're ever going to know that that result came from your praying. Now, I was talking to a friend of mine one time, and
you can pretty much tell if it isn't, though.
Microphone.
If it didn't happen. Like, if you're
no,
literally
how?
drowning
Tell
in a-
me,
if
tell
you're
me how you know
drowning-
the difference between God helping you and God not helping you.
Wait,
Welcome
can I,
to God
can I
Talk
interject
here
real
on-
quick?
Okay, if you're in a lifeboat
Right.
and you're in a lifeboat and you're starving to death and you're like, oh please, can a turkey fall from the sky cooked?
Well, Saul,
You know, and it doesn't.
Saul, I do appreciate.
But if it does, you know,
Saul,
God help.
I do appreciate what you're saying in terms of. I think what you're referring to, if we were gonna classify it, as a miracle, like a miracle.
Well, a miracle or there's a.
But the idea of a turkey falling from the sky when it had no earthly reason to fall from the sky, like I think that's a bit of an exaggeration to
Yes.
make a point.
Yes.
And I understand it. But what I'm saying is, like, if you're looking for God to do something for you, I don't think that's entirely possible. And two, I think you're misconstruing what actually God is, and from the definition that I'm referring to. For me, when I refer to God, I'm referring to the connection between all of us, that we all have a relationship and we're all in it with each other, even at a very, very distant level. I think, again, like I said in my point, like if you're talking about the benevolent,
concept
if
that
you're
you can
talking about the
petition-
concept of the
that you can
bearded man
petition God.
who's sort of like omniscient and omnipotent, who's like doling out freedom, justice, and mercy, that's just bullshit, and is more about like
Right.
religion and the ethos within
Right,
religion,
but
right?
even on a more objective point of view, like whether it's like if you can petition the God and get a result for your people or for
I've never known that to
yes,
happen for
that
myself
doesn't
personally.
happen.
Yeah,
It
That's
happens.
what most
Hey,
Also,
hey,
can
it
I
happens
say
sometimes.
I don't
something?
believe.
Amanda, please.
All right,
All right,
look,
I'm gonna shut
let
up
me
about
get
this.
to my points here. I went to a fucking crazy evangelical school with Mike Pence's kids. And
You didn't either.
I did.
Over there on Bradigan back.
Yes, did
man.
you? Dolly, did
I
you?
didn't go there, but I'm aware of it.
Oh my
It's
God.
in the back rooms.
All right, so I went there and they have answers for fucking everything. So that's why I was kind of giving you a hard time about this
Rebuttals?
stuff. Yeah. But like one of the things they say is like, one, God is just leaving it up to free will. Like that's the gift that he has given us. Like he's
It's a
not gonna
cop-out. That's a
yeah,
little bit of a
for sure.
cop-out.
I agree.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to intervene, but also it's beautiful in a way because he's like, hey, I've given you life. Now I'm giving you the freedom to live that life. And I'm not going to butt in when I think something is right or wrong.
Can I say something?
Fred, please do.
Thank you. I think that there's value in prayer in that there's value in meditation.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you can focus your energy on something that you really want, I don't necessarily believe that you're making contact with a higher power, except in the sense that you know when you internalize a thing and then externalize it through meditation, through prayer, you can sort of bring things into being that
Of course you can.
were not. And again, I'm not. Really,
Don't
I
let Dolly's mouth sound
it's okay. It's all right.
disturb you.
So, I think that it's a tricky question. It's a question for the ages. And every time that I'm convinced that there isn't a God, you know what happens? What? I have a bite of that Acme pie.
There you go.
Have you guys ever read?
Thank you,
Can't
Thomas
hear
Merton.
you, Saul.
Thomas Aquinas.
Okay. Just to defend my point of view here, have you guys all ever read? Anybody read Letters from the Earth?
No.
No, can't say to have.
Letters from the Earth.
And maybe you could describe the point that you are trying to defend, because I don't think I necessarily understood that you were defending a point.
I thought you were just saying like.
I thought we were
I'm
just saying
saying-
stuff.
Maybe I'm just saying stuff. Okay.
No, not just saying stuff. I think
Not
that
to be
you
dismissive.
Yeah.
had.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Talk about Letters from the Earth.
Okay.
Yeah, without judgment here. We love each other. We tolerate each other here.
A little bit of judgment.
We will be doing a back rub train later.
HR will be coming in shortly.
So, what's his name? Darn it, I can't remember the author of this book. I read it 20 years ago.
What did you get from the book?
Dawkins?
What,
Gary Coleman.
No, it wasn't Gary Coleman. I'm Gary Coleman.
it was John Prine.
That's
I
it.
wish I
Strike
loved John
again.
Prine. No, it was
Darren.
Hemingway. It was Hemingway. It was Hemingway.
Oh.
So Hemingway wrote it, and his wife wouldn't let him publish it while he was alive, and after he died and she died, his kids published it. What it is it's letters from the devil back to the saints or the angels, and he's like down on earth, and he's like talking about like the tsetse fly, and he's talking about the sleeping sickness.
Sure.
And he's like saying, so for the last 5,000 years in Africa, these people have been getting the sleeping sickness, and the local populace would think these people were lazy or whatever, and they would ostracize them and push them out of the towns, and they would die out in the wilderness, and because the people thought they were just lazy. So so then sometime in 1940s, some doctor invents a vaccine for the sleeping sickness, and everybody goes, oh my God, thank God.
Right.
Thank God. It was like 10,000 years of people being horribly dying from horrible diseases and being miserable, and God that was man. That had nothing to do with God.
No, and that's an
Sorry,
interesting point.
that's my point.
That's an
God
interesting
knew
point.
that they would figure it out at
Right,
some
exactly.
point.
It was a
So
test.
it was worth it for
It was a
10,000
test.
years
Yeah, yeah.
of horror and misery?
No,
Depends on who you ask.
Well, so and Mark
Depends on who you
Twain.
ask.
That's my point.
Like
That's
the
my
agent
point.
of
I might
God,
actually be
though,
the
right?
only
It's
real
one of those
atheist
things.
you guys have ever met.
Maybe.
That's not true.
Maybe. Only real atheists. We got a little heavy. I do appreciate the talk of God and the talk of belief and where we fall on the scale.
Can I
Palate
finish my
cleanser?
point here?
Amanda gets the last word on this.
Okay, I did go to this really crazy school, and I became so brainwashed from going there. Like, they told me that when I go to high school, they're going to teach me about evolution, and that's God tempting me, and I shouldn't listen to that stuff. And then, and then I had a friend who was an atheist at my school, and I was trying to save his soul. I was so scared he was going to go to hell and all this stuff. And then finally I realized I had a similar feeling. And I was just like, this is all bullshit and a way to control me. Like, I wasn't allowed to have sex. I wasn't allowed to, like, drink or whatever. So then I really was like, I don't believe in any of this stuff. And now I think I'm coming back around, not to God, like the Catholic Church or any church. It's more just like this feeling that you've described.
But there's plenty of
connectedness.
religions that are
Exactly, that
into
are
God,
peaceful.
who are into premarital sex, who are into
Yeah.
polygamy, who are into alcohol.
Or not controlling their people.
Exactly.
Yeah,
There's-
it's about living a harmonious life, just like being happy. And that's where I kind of feel now is like, if you have, I agree with Fred's point earlier about this meditation kind of feeling. You know, like if that works for you, do it. I don't
Really-
give a fuck. Like, just do whatever.
I can't speak for what prayer is for other people, but mostly, like, for prayer for me is just saying out loud the things that I desire in this world, and I say them out loud in the hopes
It
that
helps you manifest things, though.
exactly.
Give me a Corvette, God. Give me a Corvette. Can I have?
Well, but I mean, like the aim
Please
is
let
that
me get
you
a back
would
rub at today's show.
still work at it, you know.
Yeah, and so I think, you know, if you're talking about hardcore atheists, I'm not down with the jams of there's this dude or lady that we pray to in the sky who then like makes things happen. But if you don't believe that we're all connected in some sort of way, you're missing out on one of the key parts of humanity and just in general a community. To take it away from the spiritual realm, like if you
I hear
don't
you.
know that in a community that we're all connected, you're missing out on one of the best parts about being in a community. You
And I
know,
think
my
that-
success is your success.
Yeah.
Don's success is Amanda's
You
success.
could-
Fred's success
that
is.
doesn't mean you don't believe in a community. I mean, if anything, I believe more in that that we're it.
But
that-
to
this is
believe in a
us. It's
community
all
is
about
to
what we
believe in
do
something bigger
and
than
it's
yourself.
absolutely.
And that
us
sometimes
is
when people
bigger than-
refer to God, they're not referring to a specific noun. They're referring to a concept. At least for in my
you know,
Yeah,
experience.
same.
making life easier and nicer for everyone is the goal.
Can
as,
I
as far as
ask
I'm concerned.
a couple of pie-related questions?
Please
Oh,
do.
before though, Carl Sagan and Neil deGrasse Tyson offer a nice neutral ground in the conservation of energy. That energy can't be destroyed or created; it's just is.
Just
and
transfers.
That part is a comforting philosophy,
It
if
is.
nothing else.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not either of those dudes.
Right. No. Right. It's before him. Yeah. Yeah.
How's that cupcake, Amanda?
But I'm just saying, it's things that they've professed or they've expounded. So
No mouth sounds.
yeah.
A small little joke.
Oh,
A man prays that his penis would touch the ground. And God comes down, whoosh, and cuts off his legs.
Ah, Dr. Z with the jokes.
I like that one.
it's a. Thank you, Dolly.
It's a dick joke.
For those at home,
Should we have a musical interlude?
Yeah.
I
Save
have
me.
something in mind.
No, we
real
already
quick.
gave Amanda the last point on God.
No, I wanted to ask pie questions.
Oh,
All right.
pie-related question for
Couple
Saul.
of pie-related questions. Acme Pies.
Yes. Acme
This
Pie.
is the company that sells pies to the Coyote. Yes.
Yes, to the coyote. Yes.
What?
Wile E. Coyote.
Wile E.
Wile E.
Coyote.
Coyote.
He's my best customer.
And would you tell me a little something about that amazing automobile that's parked in the alley?
Thank you. Yes, that is a ¡56 Dodge a panel truck.
Oh, man.
That was used in Southwest Virginia to. It was a.
We'll come back with that.
It's officially a sausage delivery vehicle.
Oh,
but
a
it was
sausage
actually,
delivery
it was
vehicle.
Actually,
Did
Did you
a,
say
a moonshiner's
sausage
truck.
delivery vehicle?
It's
Sausage
actually
delivery
a
vehicle.
moonshiner's vehicle.
That's a softball right there. Fred, where are you going to take that one?
Yeah, I got a sausage delivery vehicle right. All right. Anyway,
So it's a big panel. It's a '56 Dodge panel van.
Let's go with a musical interlude, and then Amanda has a question out of the other book for us.
So this is a working little demo. During the depths of the quarantine, I was logging into Zoom church through a little Methodist church I'm a part of. I stepped in with my wife, and their sound was just all over the place. They asked for help, and I helped, and it became this thing. And so anyway,
Thank God.
we were breaking the bread while the priest was out of the room, which is technically like not cool and like blasphemous. And so here we are trying to just hold each other together. And so here goes.
Take it away, Willie.
Pass the peace in this digital communion. We may be heretics, but this time it meant a lot to me. Think about you now and then. Pass the peace in this digital reunion. I may be going to hell. What the hell do I know? Many questions abound, but we got pie and we got beer, so I think there's little to fear. Acme Pies.
Acme Pies.
Yeah.
It's no surprise.
No surprise.
It's delicious. When
It's
it hits
delicious
your lips,
and
it's
nutritious.
magic, baby.
You got the cheese quiche, you got the spinach quiche.
And that crust is so
Somewhere in
good.
between. I think where there all the answers lie.
Yeah.
There's
You're gonna
the
get-
guitarist and philosopher Paul Gilbert. He says you can't have an argument about pie.
When you put it in your pie hole, oh, Acme Pie.
Unless you really try.
Columbia Pike, you're gonna like
It's just a food.
that pie.
Unless you're gluten intolerant.
Oh, yeah.
And then that would just be so sad.
Yeah.
Oh, Willie Nelson Morales, American treasure once again, picking it up and putting it down.
So we are at that part of the show where Amanda, if you could put your quiche down for 1 second. So this is from a different book. This
No, I
is
refuse. It was so delicious.
365 questions for couples, because we're like one big couple here, right?
Wait. A couple has to be two.
By definition.
Let's
Gotta-
go with the mathematical thing.
What?
Did somebody say the number 2?
I think we're gonna have to check on your math on that. What do you got for us,
Do
Amanda?
a-
The boys in lab.
Yeah.
Working at shifts.
There were-
Let's get a reading.
Oh, we're doing a Lebowski thing. Again.
Octogenarian? No,
Ooh.
octa
All right.
something. We're 8 of us.
All right, Amanda, what do you got?
Octa community.
Have you ever regretted?
Yeah.
Hold
Have
on.
you ever regretted a wish you made after it came true? Wait, can I please go?
Please do, Amanda.
All right,
Tell
so
us.
sorry. Immediately I know exactly what happened. So this was like right out of college. I was dating my boyfriend, not current boyfriend, a boyfriend from college, and he lived in Virginia Beach. And I was like, oh man, we're doing this long distance thing, and I don't want to have to leave. What if we got in a car accident and I didn't have to leave?
What
Sure
the
enough.
shit?
Yeah. Sure enough, like 30 minutes later, we got in a terrible car accident. This guy blew past a stop sign and T-boned us, totaled my boyfriend's car, and I had to stay.
For how long?
Wow.
I had to stay for only an extra day, and I got like a bunch of insurance money, and I went to Las Vegas with it afterwards. So
What did you do in Las Vegas with the insurance money?
More importantly, what did we learn here? Don't mess with Amanda Dove, man. Holy.
yeah, I thought I had some
Can we get
superpowers after
Mike
that
Haney in
happened.
this?
I thought I had superpowers after that, or like some kind of what's it called when you can see into the future?
Premonition?
No. Yeah, clairvoyance.
Clairvoyance.
I thought I had that after that happened, but I don't know if that's true. Anyway,
Wow.
I did not regret it.
Oh my God.
Dolly, do you want to read from the 365 questions for couples? Fuck yeah. What do you got for us? Fuck yeah.
Although I kind of regretted it because my boyfriend's car got totaled, and that
Whatever
was
happened to
sad.
that boyfriend?
He did with the car.
He's okay. He's alive.
Yeah, the T-bones, they don't work too well.
Was it the same boyfriend that
EPA.
you were trying to save?
No, that was not a boyfriend. That was just a friend.
Okay.
He's still my very good friend. He works at Unwind in Alexandria.
Shout
He's
out.
the beer and wine buyer there. He's
Hope-
dope. Hooks me up with deals.
Hopefully someone saves his soul. Dolly, what do you got for us?
Maybe Jewel.
What do you imagine is the worst way to die? what is the easiest death that you can imagine if you could choose?
Don, what's the
How
worst
would
way
you
to die?
elect to die?
What's the worst way to
What's
die?
the worst way to die? Best way to die?
Really?
I do. I got a
Saul, what do
real
you got?
phobia about dying. So I don't know where if I saw it in a movie or something or wherever, but like going down a tube, like falling down a tube going down.
Death by water
where it gets
slide?
Skinnier as you get to the bottom, like, and so you can't.
Like a black hole.
That's a very
Santa
specific
syndrome.
No,
death.
but like it gets
You've
tighter
really
and tighter.
thought about this.
No, it gets tighter and tighter until you're like, but you're falling, and then you're like stuck. And you know there's nobody up top, and there's nobody below. They can't get out. Like a chimney, but getting skinnier as it goes down, and your
You
head
shimmy
first.
your way back.
Man,
Oh no.
Shimmy your way back.
Yeah.
No, there's no escape, Will.
There's no escape. I think it
what's
has
the-
to do with caving when I was a kid.
Don, what's the
Do you think this
Spelunking?
stems from like difficulties in birth? Like that sounds
Maybe.
like a very
You know what?
birth-related
I was
phobia.
cesarean, but
And
Don, what is the best way to die?
The trauma.
The best way to die is returning from a bar, falling down unconscious, and just sort of going out there.
So alcohol poisoning?
No, no, just maybe heart attack. I don't know, whatever.
Is that like an okay way to die? A heart attack? I thought it hurt.
Well, you know, if you're not, yeah, if it only hurts for a minute.
I'll let you know. It's probably gonna happen.
With those, you had in there one of those
Feel them?
cupcakes.
Is there
No.
crab meat in this one?
that is absolutely. It's not vegan, but it's vegetarian.
Oh,
There's just cheese. There's just cheese and spinach and artichoke, egg and salt and milk.
It's delicious.
from Acme Pie
So
Company.
good.
You gotta try.
Pies, Acme pies.
Okay. Yes.
Will, would you read us
Little
a
bit of
question?
mozzarella cheese,
I
but
think
mostly
this will be the last
Parmesan.
of the questions. Will, would you read us a question from
The
the
questions.
couples?
The
Okay,
questions.
well, I'll leave it.
Fred,
to
you
fate.
answer this one.
I'll leave
But
it
it
to
does taste like
serendipity.
crab a little bit.
It does
doesn't
have
it?
a slight
Yeah.
crab flavor.
Yeah. There's
but
a
in a
teeny
pleasant
bit.
way.
There's a the teeniest.
I was only going to turn
just
it into a
hint,
joke where I pretended that I
teeniest
was
hint
allergic to
of,
crab, and then I was
there's
going to
no
say
crab.
that like I knew.
Good one.
Of Old Bay. There's the teeniest whiff of Old Bay in
There
it.
is?
That's
love
why.
Old Bay.
Oh wow, the secret ingredient was Old Bay.
Yeah. That's why you're thinking crab.
It is.
But
The
there
worst
is
way to
no
die is on
crab.
Wait,
StageCraft.
Alex,
the
you
worst
have
way
an
to die is on
incredible
stage. This is
taste
hilarious.
bud
And
situation.
I'm not fucking around with food. I'm not fucking
Wow,
around.
you
Thank
could
you.
sense the Old Bay in there.
I did.
That's really cool. Okay.
All right, here we go. When have you felt violated, be it your personal space or your trust?
That time that I
How
got a
did
back
this-
rub on StageCraft.
How did this manifest, and how, if ever, did you overcome this emotion?
Fred, you were going to answer.
Oh man.
When have you felt violated, sir?
Currently,
Currently,
Walking back from the John Prine show.
to the John Prine show, you see, and this.
Was it when you walked in front of me earlier and I accused you of trying to scissor me?
No, that felt good. I felt like I was violating you a little bit.
It was a little bit.
Yeah, I got in there a little close. So there are some tribes that that's one of the things that they'll do. I forget where this is.
Scissor each other?
You're
No.
going into a guns, germs, and steel area, aren't you?
No. It's what they'll do.
Learning.
I forget where this is geographically, but what they'll do is when they're getting to know you, they'll get right in close and just sort of sense your vibe. right?
Wait, in Vietnamese culture, it's really common to sniff each other on the face.
Sniff each other's face.
Yeah, it shows that you're very intimate with that person because you want to be right there and like smelling
Yeah, like
them.
pheromones.
Yes, like that. My grandma would
Billy
do it to
smells
me
good,
all
man.
the time. And when I met my cousin's little baby the other day, it was like an instinct. I was like,
You smelled the face?
like really inhaling this baby.
Smelling baby is.
Yeah, it's another thing.
My girlfriend wouldn't go out with me until she smelled me.
Are you
See?
serious?
I'm totally serious. She said, she's like, I got to sniff you before we go out.
Whoa.
Usually it works the other way. Like once they sniff you, they won't.
Now, wait a minute. Are we talking dog walking here?
I don't date any of my clients, Don.
That would be
Professionalism.
Not
that would be-
anymore.
That would be wrong.
Learn that lesson the hard way.
Eating where you
Fool
poop
me
and
3
where
times.
they poop.
All right, that might
I'm
be
a
on
dog.
there.
I guess do have some capability.
I'm a dog walker. Walker.
I said Walker.
Yeah.
That is some. You know, as far as like we've been
covering
avoiding
everything.
we've been avoiding the poop jokes, but somehow we turned into making love to
Bestiality.
dogs. Yeah.
I'm just talking about walking
Trade
dogs.
one for the other.
It's-
Yeah.
Hey man. Get the collar, get the leash.
Get the collar or get the leash?
Get the collar, get the leash.
Oh,
Is that a
okay.
catchphrase?
Get the collar, get the leash. Can't stop, won't stop.
That could be our catchphrase. Get the
God.
collar, get the leash.
Not for me.
Not for anyone.
No, not for anyone.
This quiche is delightful.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, thank
Absolutely
you.
delightful.
Quiche is delish.
Hey, which show comes on WERA after us on Wednesdays?
Oh my god.
Beats the fuck out of me, but
Oh
I
god.
want
talk.
everybody to stay tuned for Beats the Fuck Out of Me.
beats the fuck out of me with Lance Russell
It's Lance Russell and
playing all your favorite tunes.
Eric
So will
Dillinger
they
is
just like
also on
put a?
that
Will
show.
they just put a?
No, this is not
Beep,
going on.
beep.
This is not going
Okay.
on, right?
We do lately. So there's two layers of.
This is Disney Plus.
There's two layers of catching the curses. One, the person, the engineer, who in this case is Kadi Sasana.
Yeah.
She's going to engineer and she will bleep out the curse words.
She's fucking awesome.
And then I am the last line of defense with the curse words. And what I do is I reverse the curse word so you can.
I've noticed that. It's really good.
I like
you
it
do
because
that?
you can kind of still hear it.
Ish.
Yeah. But for a couple of episodes, we were just deciding to just let it go to see what would happen. And Fred is being currently pursued by the
Sued by
FCC
Really?
for
those
several
guys.
F words.
Hey, fuck
Mr.
those guys.
McAfee.
Wait, are you? Wait, is that a real story?
He's received 3 letters. A lot of people don't realize this, but Fred is actually very litigious.
Wait, the
FCC stands
sent
for
you
fuck cunt.
notices?
cunt.
He's messing with me.
I don't know if this is a bit.
So if you want to know if something is a shtick or not, if I premise it by saying a lot of people don't realize this,
Oh,
then it's
all right, all right.
99% of the time
Okay,
it's
that-
shtick.
that-
Okay,
Hey,
all
man,
right.
come on, that's
Build up.
really
I just
inside
really
baseball.
wanted to believe this.
Sorry.
I thought it was a lot of drama for the show. I loved it.
Well,
a lot of people don't realize this, but I've committed a lot of crimes through the years, and I'd like to just enumerate them right here on the radio, if that's cool with everyone.
Fred and I actually, so, inside baseball, Fred and I actually did have a meeting about 1:30 in the morning when he called me, and I told him, I was like, hey, the cursing on the show, or he brought it up to me. He said, hey, my friend heard the show, and he was like, hey, the FCC is going to come after you. I heard the F-bomb. And I was like, well, Fred, I kind of feel like we can just let those go, because the only time that Don has ever gotten mad at me, I think it's only one time ever, and it was when I bleeped a curse word from one of the shows,
Right.
and he was pissed because he's like, well, now the joke doesn't make any sense if you bleep the curse word. It's literally the only time
In
Don's ever
service
gotten
of the
mad
joke.
at me.
Right.
Yeah, he was pissed about it, and so I was like, well, then let's just let the curse words go. And Fred and I, we had an executive decision moment.
Fucking hell, right?
But then I was like, let's start bleeping the curse words because I really don't want to get fined. I don't have an extra $10,000 lying
Yeah,
around.
it's a lot.
It is a lot.
But nip slips are free.
So wait a second though, but we're not going
Free,
directly
yeah.
on. There must be a carrier that's actually going to get in trouble, not you.
Yes, but I believe
I don't know how this
they're
works.
gonna
We would
I'm
bill
pretty
rather-
sure there's a
They,
carrier.
they pass the savings on to you in that
Yes,
situation.
Right.
exactly.
But
We curse so you don't have to.
Amanda, tell us about your English teacher coming to the show the other day.
Oh, okay.
So Amanda played a show the other day at Madam's Organ.
Yes, I played my second show there, and it was really cool. It was better than the first one, I think. But one of the reasons is because my favorite teacher of all time, Dr. Seidel, was there, and he's my oh captain, my captain, like Dead Poet Society situation. And I told him like, hey, this first song's for you, and he was like, oh, really? What song is it? And then I said,
Was it Don't Stand So
No.
Close to Me by the Police?
no.
That was a good pull.
that's funny.
Leave
That was
them
good.
I was
kids
going to go with
alone.
Warrant, She's My Cherry Pie.
Oh.
But that was just me.
Hot for Teacher. Savannah
Hot for
Halen.
Teacher, also good.
Guys, sick.
I brought my pencil.
I don't feel tardy.
No, it was actually White Rabbit. That
Great
was
slick.
yeah,
Jefferson Airplane, sir.
but she's a problem. But anyway, so I played that for him,
Do you guys mind
and
if I take a picture?
Please do.
Okay, sorry.
so
Sorry.
I played that for him, and I didn't know if he was into it or not at first, but then I saw his eyes light up, and he was like, "Oh yes, perfect, thank you." I just saw him from the audience.
Was he tripping balls?
Oh yeah.
He
He had taken like 3
LSD.
tabs of acid, some shrooms, smoked up a little bit. His
It is
eyes
Madam's
were
Organ.
raw as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, he's a really nice guy. Actually, that prior to that, he had asked me to join my alumni association, so I invited him to the show.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
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 That's the fun about it.
I like that venue. I like that venue a
10
lot.
years ago.
Right there on 18th Street. I think There's a fella over there. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to pull the name. Nah, I don't think it's Tim. Yeah, I don't think it's Squipsh. Is that a name? I think it's Squipsh. There's a fella named Squipsh over there that does the thing.
I don't know that guy.
I like the thing he does.
But I do want to shout out the doorman Cherry, because
What's up, Cherry?
How's that the fake name?
It's a real name, Cherry.
Cherry.
He
Like
had
the
a
Neil
quick,
Diamond song.
He's the one that got us the second gig, and actually we got a text from the owner this morning like, "Hey, you guys coming by or what?"
Oh, nice.
Nice.
No,
Oh,
we're
it's
not.
Rico,
Do you know,
Rico
uh,
Amaro Sr. You know that guy over there, Rico? Rico
No,
Amaro?
his name's Bill, the guy I know.
Oh, okay.
So so I was sitting in the
I know
back, like I
Rico.
told you. I was up at the
Yes.
top bar
Guitar player.
watching the monitors.
Jazzer.
The song that lit up the staff was the Fleetwood Mac song that you guys play.
I know.
The waitresses went nuts for it.
Yeah, everyone loves Dreams. My guitar was so out of tune. My bassist was like, "Amanda, what the fuck?"
Not noticeable at all. Not
And I was
noticeable
like,
at all.
"Dude, no one fucking cares because it's Dreams.
Yeah.
They're gonna be drunk and singing to this.
They were all singing along. It was beautiful.
Nobody cares."
The bartender, the two waitresses,
Yeah.
even the barback dude. He was like, he said, he's like, no, they don't play these songs before. This is great. This is great.
Yeah, we did. We played 5 new songs.
Fleetwood
Oh,
Mac
that's awesome.
is
Queen.
definitely something that transcends all different boundaries.
Yeah, sort of like Tom
You
Petty.
know-
Although the first era with the blues band is so much more legit than the pop.
Oh, you
thing
talking about
before.
Peter Green right now?
Peter Green
Oh,
era
yeah.
Fleetwood.
Yeah.
That's OG. That's real hardcore good
You know
stuff.
Bob Boylan
Of course.
fucking hates Fleetwood Mac.
Bob Boylan?
Yeah.
Well,
it
he
was
can't
like the
remember faces, so
funniest-
fuck that guy.
It's a generational thing though, because
It's
And,
the funniest
and
thing.
little known fact, he fucking ghosted this show when I invited him on to be on
Oh,
StageCraft.
yeah, he tried to big time you.
Stop replying to my emails.
Yeah.
Well,
that
he was
motherfucker.
replying though.
Hey, real quick.
For a couple of them.
While we're on the air, I just remembered I got a birthday shout out.
Is it Big Cheryl?
No. It's Wilma and Candace. Happy birthday,
birthday.
y'all.
Happy birthday. Don't play the happy birthday song. We got to pay for that.
yeah, I think it entered the public domain
it's
recently.
public domain now.
Yeah,
The
It
happy
aged
birthday
out.
song is public domain?
Yes.
It was like 100 years
Now
or whatever.
restaurants can officially sing "Happy Birthday" to you instead of that
Happy
"Happy
birthday from all of us to you.
Yeah, they don't have to do
Yeah.
that shit anymore.
I kind of like that, where they tell me about my favorite toppings of pizza.
Happy birthday to you.
Pepperoni and nothing
Happy
else ever.
birthday.
That's a great song, the Stevie Wonder version.
Yeah.
But that one's like about Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday.
Well, also the Beatles, they also made a happy birthday song.
How did theirs go?
They say it's your birthday. Yeah, that's it. It's just the blues.
Where
Boogie
did-
woogie.
Where did Don go?
Don was like, "I'm done with this shit."
You got to talk in the microphone, Saul.
Okay, I was just talking to you guys. So the problem with the, I hate the Beatles. I've always hated the Beatles
You are
since
so
I was a
on
little
brand
kid.
today.
No, I know, but like so.
So do
let
I,
me-
by the way.
You grew up in like I grew up in a hippie commune.
Nice.
What we were subjected to
An
was
ashram?
very different. No,
No?
yeah, more
No,
just
I
Was it a
hate the
Bhagwan
Beatles.
community?
earthy.
But we're like
Farm
currently
kind of
living in
thing.
the golden age of Beatles hate, right?
North
Like
Florida.
Yeah,
it's
cool to
never
hate the
been
Beatles.
more popular
Tom
to
Petty country.
decide suddenly
So-
out of nowhere.
And Dave Matthews
But
hate.
the
Well,
audacity.
Dave
Dave Matthews was
sucks.
always garbage.
the absolute audacity to think they were going to redo the birthday song.
Yeah.
Only the Beatles would be
And,
that
and
arrogant.
Stevie Wonder, right? You had
And
to be
Stevie
pretty
Wonder,
big.
but Stevie
big in the
Wonder
But the
britches.
deserved-
Stevie Wonder one's about Martin Luther King's birthday.
Which
That's
is
a different
wonderful.
thing
Which is
altogether.
different.
I don't know.
Which
I
is
just that's how I
Is
feel
it
about
though?
the Beatles.
Yes,
Very arrogant.
it is
very
a very
arrogant,
different.
I understand.
Very arrogant guys.
I'd like to lean
The Who,
into this
on
a
the
little
other
bit.
hand,
Can you lean into it,
Great.
Fred? How do you feel
Can we
about
talk
Beatles
about
hate?
who is your least favorite Beatle and why?
Yes.
definitely Paul McCartney.
It is
No
Paul. isn't it?
way!
Yeah,
John
yeah,
Definitely
yeah,
my
yeah.
least favorite.
Yeah,
John
Yes.
Lennon.
John
This shit
Lennon.
song.
John Lennon,
way.
on the other hand,
John
is
Lennon
my-
is garbage.
John Lennon is awesome. John Lennon's
His
Independence
opportunistic
stuff
tendencies.
independent stuff was amazing.
Yeah.
Like his
I've-
first
Instant
record
Karma rules.
after he left the Beatles.
Are you talking about Double
Remember-
Fantasy?
No, I'm talking about rock and roll.
Yeah. All the covers.
Yeah.
The old covers.
Yeah, that was a great album.
But what
that
about
was a great album.
What about McCartney's first release? McCartney featuring
Wings, like
no, featuring Linda McCartney on vocals. You had to like that, right?
yeah, no,
No?
no.
Ah.
The best,
No,
the best
just-
single
just-
Beatle is
just-
George Harrison by far.
Neutered,
far.
just neutered.
So Paul is the number one hated Beatle
Yes.
of all the Beatles. Where are you on George?
I kind of like George.
You like George?
I like George.
So now
Quality
what I'm
albums.
hearing is that John is awesome. You like George,
And Ringo's
About
kind of a
Ringo?
wuss.
and Ringo. Okay, so Ringo
just
and
wimpy,
Paul,
just
you don't care
fine.
for.
But you know,
John and George,
yeah, I
you seem to
like.
like.
I
So
know,
you're-
right? I'm nuts on
I
this.
think we're gonna
50-50,
call you.
you're
We're gonna call you
50-50.
Hot Take Saul. Hot Take Saul.
Take Saul.
Hot Sauce Saul.
All that heat outside.
His takes are as
got
hot
them.
as his pies.
Will, who is your favorite to least favorite Beatles, please?
So I think their contributions merit like attention and admiration by most musicians who make a buck. I've earned tons off of their music. Oh damn, I shouldn't admit to that. But yeah, it's killed a lot of lesson time.
Paging ASCAP.
Yeah, paging ASCAP. So I guess I feel like Ringo got in when the getting was good, and so everyone else I feel like really contributed and had something to say, whereas Ringo was a session player and was like more of the capitalist kind of musician. And so
That song "Don't Pass Me By" is great. He's on the
Sure.
vocals. It's a good
Sure,
song.
I understand. That's cool.
I'm a Beatles super fan. I love the Beatles.
I love them too.
I
It's
have
hard
n-
to say. But
yeah,
I, love,
I have no
love
hatred
them.
towards the Beatles at all.
No, I listen to their catalog once a year, just like Star Trek. I watch all the OG episodes once a year. They've contributed so immensely to popular culture. It's like reading the Bible, even if you don't believe it. There's references all over the place in popular culture. So
Trying to
it's-
tie it into the beginning part of the
Which
show.
I think,
Appreciate that, Will.
we should probably talk about then the William Shatner version of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Sure.
Which is
Or
a
Rocket
oh
Man.
snap!
Yeah.
I'm not sober enough for this.
Wow. All right. Well, we don't have to talk about that at all.
No,
I
I was
think-
intrigued. I needed to know more about that.
We'll put it into the show, and then everyone can enjoy it then. Should we have another musical interlude? Because I think we're
Yes.
getting near the end of the show.
Fred?
Oh, okay.
Mostly
Yeah.
because it's so hot in here, I think I might pass out.
Hey,
You know,
don't
I've been
really
praying
say
to
it
God the
doesn't
whole
disappoint.
time that it would cool
that why
off
you
in this
guys lined
fucking
up?
room, but
I would
Backline.
also like to, not to humble brag, but I would like to point out that I called that Don would say that it was.
we did talk about
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, I said the reason Don was making it so hot in here was because he wanted to make us pay for not doing it outside. He was going to show us that it was just
Oh,
as
he
hot.
wanted to do it outside.
What's that?
He wanted to do it outside.
Yeah, he wanted to do it outside today. Yeah, so
Spar-
hot.
Spartacus, or what was that?
because we all remember there was air conditioning in here last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that wasn't a figment.
Yeah.
It is pretty hot in here.
No, I think he just left because he's sick of talking about stupid bullshit.
No, I think he just got hot, and he's gone to the room
Mother-
that's air conditioned.
Misting
Fucker.
himself.
He's, him and
Walking
Iko
This
are
is the
back
only
there
room that
just
isn't air
enjoying a nice above ground pool.
Popsicles.
All right.
With a black roof, by the way.
All right. I'll take you wherever you go, man. I'll follow you.
All right. So, should we close out the show? Do you wanna say goodbye, Amanda? Say goodbye. Close out the show.
Final
Leave
words.
some well wishes with the listeners.
Thank you so much for listening to StageCraft. We are honored to be here every week and impart some fun debates and advice and random shit on you.
That's right.
But no, but for real, this is always like the highlight of my week personally. So the fact that anyone listens to this and continues to tune in is a real honor.
You can't say it any better than that.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
Kadi, could you chime in? How long have we been recording?
7.5 hours.
Cody.
An hour and 6 minutes.
That's good.
It's been days.
It's good.
Please stay tuned for.
Stay tuned for Phil McGee and his brilliant washing machine cycle. He's going to play all the hot tunes for you. Bring your record players, kids.
It's good radio.
Followed by Crochet Today.
Brought to
Crochet
you by
today.
Maytag.
And what are your pronouns? Starring Chrissy McGee and
And Martin
the McGee boys.
McMartins.
so fucking offensive.